Hey, I don't mind saying this. It's too bad I couldn't videotape myself going down and coming back up, but I had to do this though. Alright, I did say my deadline was up and I was supposed to leave. I didn't exactly leave yet, but the thing is I'm not working right now because I'm still taking my weeks off. Like a couple of weeks. I haven't finished it. This is what happened. I got so broke. I got so skimpy on my food to take care of myself, to feed myself, and also fuel for the truck and stuff I had to buy for it because the DPF system was like choking the engine and suffocating the engine. The engine didn't have no horsepower or nothing. It couldn't really accelerate. So now it's working. It's working now, but I am going to take the DPF out of the truck anyways and take it apart and look at it and clean it myself. I'm going to organize the DPF and make sure that regen system works whenever I turn it on. Because the DPF was so stuffed up, it built up back pressure coming back into the turbocharger. And not only that, it was choking the fuel system. It even went all the way into the fuel filter, the water separator filter, and you could see evidence of it in there. So right now, this is what happened. I actually took a rental car from this yard right here. I took a rental car from this yard 2 days ago. Today's what? Thursday. I took a rental car on Tuesday. A boss mechanic, we had to recover another truck. He wanted me to recover this truck because the driver had got sick. He had to call an ambulance and go to the hospital. This is in Maryland. I don't want to say exactly where, but since I already got the truck over here, maybe it doesn't matter. I had to go to Oxon, Maryland. So what I'm doing right now, I'm walking back from the office because I just recovered the 2 keys that belong inside the truck. It's, the truck I had to recover. I wind up going back into the same black Kenworth some couple of months ago. The same one, I went back into it like 2-3 times so far. So I actually recovered the same truck I was driving. But the thing is, this other driver had took it because I got assigned to the regular company truck. Them black ones are actually loaners. I think that's what they call them. The white ones are company, regular company trucks. So what I did, I came back from a long trip and now I cranked up my engine on my personal truck and now I left it running. So here it is right here. Sorry, excuse me. This is the one I had to recover. This one I recovered in Maryland. I didn't take no rental car from here, but I forgot. I took it from here, excuse me. The mechanic picked me up right here in the yard with my duffel bag and stuff. And we went out the gate and we went to O'Hare Airport. And he hooked me up with a rental car and I took it. I'll show you the evidence later. Took it and went to Oxon, Maryland. I drove over to Oxon, Maryland with a rental car. And then I found this behind the Target store and I picked it up. So now since I picked it up, I drove it another 700, 800 miles back. I picked up another load coming back here. So now I'm here. So this is actually I can't really call it work or what. I don't know. It's more like I just did them a favor. That's what it is. But I got paid for the loads anyway. I guess it didn't matter. I thought I was just getting paid out of pocket like cash. but I guess they consider it regular pay. So I said I guess it didn't matter. So I took my stuff out, and as you can see, I got my engine open. When I came back, I mean, that thing was sitting there cold for like 2 days. So now since I came back, I backed up in here, and then I went inside the truck, stuck the key in the ignition and cranked it up just so it can warm. So this truck has been running since the last 45 minutes or so. I left it like that. It has to be that way because I'm doing something to it. So what I'm doing to this truck, I'm putting fuel, it's not fuel treatment. I'm putting DPF treatment in both of those, over this side and over that side. Damn, no, it's hot in here. Heck yeah. Oh yeah, it's freezing temperature out there, man. I'm not lying. Yeah, it feel like 50, 40 degrees or something. You can see I got the glove on. Damn, it is hot in here, man. So it was sitting cold for 2 days. So, alright, I guess I could turn it off now. Put it off for high idle. Hold up. Switch this over here. Bring it down to specs. I like being so gentle with this baby, man. I'm sorry. I don't like handling it so rough. That's just the way I feel about it. I like being gentle with this truck. Sometimes I drive it so soft it doesn't, it doesn't work so good because it wants to be roughed up a little bit. Yeah, it's hot in here now. What the heck is that? Some insect. Damn. I'm sorry it looks so packed. You see how packed and stuff it looks? Well, alright, I took the rental car and went down and came back up to the yard. I didn't come back up with the rental car. I came back up with the truck because I had to recover it. The other guy went to the hospital. So I drove like 700, 800 miles. This bought at the Walmart in Maryland, and the pillowcase. I had to because I did not plan on taking a whole bunch of stuff with me just so I could go recover a truck. I said I ain't crazy about staying in nobody's truck, and I ain't crazy about doing this, but since I mentioned to him, I said I'm getting broke, I really need some money. I didn't tell him that I want to work or nothing. So what I did was, I said I guess I'll go ahead and ask my brother and my sister or something. And one of them did lend me something, but the thing is, while I was here, reading a book, and then all of a sudden the phone rang. Mechanic said, you mentioned something about, that you being broke. He said, he got a driver that went to the hospital. I was wondering if you'd like to make put a few dollars in your pocket, since you said you were broke. I said, yeah, sure. So I went for it. So now I went 2 days later and came back, and here I am. So it's like I bought all this stuff right here. for the other truck because I see I could have made it easier on me. I could have took some extra things so I don't have to do this, but I didn't feel like it. I just carried a duffel bag and the laptop computer, that's it. And some clothes inside it. I don't feel like going through this excess, carrying of stuff. So I'm gonna need me a second pillow anyways. Plus all that, because I'll be sleeping on the same sheet, and then I only washed the sheet one time, so since I bought it. So now I got two of them. Yeah, it's cluttered now because I was busy doing something. So out of this, a grocery shop with the other truck on the way up, like somewhere below near Juliet, Illinois. So I stopped at a Walmart in the loaner truck here. I had dropped the load already, came up empty, stopped at the Walmart, bought all this, so this way I don't have to move this around and go to the store. It runs now, it runs normal. It's not choking and stabbing now. But this thing right here, I got this from Amazon again. I mean, the second time. The first batch that I bought, it was 3 bottles. It was regular Zato. But now I got the extreme version. It's strictly for commercial vehicles, diesel. DPF cleaner additive. Extreme DPF cleaner. Removes soot particles and filter, cleans diesel particulate feeder disassembly without disassembly. Treats up to 130 gallons. Fuel 500 liter, stuff like that. It says strictly for commercial vehicles, like heavy duty trucks such as this one. The one with the 3 bottles, the blue type, is different than that. It's really canned. It's canned bottles, but it's like got the skinny neck at the top and it's kind of wide at the bottom, but it's narrower than that. I bought 3 of them, throw them in there. They did work, but they don't last because those are for regular size vehicles like cars, diesel cars, dualies, that kind of thing. Because this is a huge truck, so it only lasts for a while. So now I got this right here. I've been driving it. It's like, this says it treats up to 130 gallons. That means that it's gonna be too strong. It might be too strong, so I didn't put the whole bottle in there. Because all I had was like, 37 gallons in it. So I poured, alright, half is about right there. I put 1/4 on the left side and another 1/4 on the right side. I divided it. So I'm guessing with both tanks, it's somewhere close to 15 gallons on each side. I'm not exactly correct. I'm close, but I'm not exactly. I can't do math. I could do some kind of math in my head, but not all the way. Not all the time. So I'm guessing, not guessing. I'm using my sense of judgment. I'm thinking it might be, let's see. It could be somewhere between 15 and 16 gallons on each side. So I had to divide it, but the thing is, this is a 130. I think I already calculated 165 and 65 is 130. It should treat somewhere like 30 something gallons on one side and 30 on the other to make it even, but that's not what was in it. It had less fuel for this to be too strong for it. But it didn't do nothing bad to the truck anyway. So far, since they say you got to drive it. After you put this in there, you got to drive it. You can't let it sit. You have to drive it so it can blow the stuff into the filter to clear it out. They say you have to drive it, plus it digests much faster when the truck is moving around and sloshing and stuff like that. So this thing really does work. So I drove it up and down a couple of times just to work it out, and it hasn't given any real problems yet. It was maxing out, since it had the soot problem, the DPF problem, it was maxing out pretty much the highest 55. It couldn't go past. Now since it cleared up most of the stuff out and, the problem there, it's maxing out up to 70. This truck is actually governed 70. Now somebody left the governor at 70. It maxed out 65, but I didn't want to go any faster because them cars were driving around me anyway, so I don't want no cop to pull me over. So the thing is, I saved the other half. I'm kind of scared to use all of it. Even though it treats this much, it might not do anything serious, but I'm just guessing. I don't want to cause too much disturbances in the cylinder. I don't know what it's going to do with, the fuel getting compressed inside the cylinder. These trucks, they don't use spark plugs and stuff like that. It uses intense heat inside the cylinder and compressed air. But I was afraid it might knock out the sensors and stuff if it's too strong. But this is the heavy duty stuff. This is really made for heavy duty trucks. It does work. You can see it was idling straight. It didn't idle rough or nothing. It idled smooth. So it came back to normal. It's possible if I use the rest of that, it can do better. But I am not satisfied. I understand this thing can do its job, and they say that no taking apart and no need for taking out the unit out of the vehicle. Not just tractor trailers. I'm talking about catalytic converters for cars and stuff. That's what the other one was made for, but it's for diesel. It's probably for both gas and diesel, but anyways, they say it's for diesel. So they say no need to take the DPF unit out of the truck just to clean it out. Alright, I understand that. I'm still going to take it apart anyways. Because the previous owner that had this truck before me, before he sold it to me, it seemed like he was already way ahead of me. He's got gaskets for the DPF unit itself. These were already on the truck when I first bought it. Plus, I picked up a brand new, I forgot what this thing is called. I picked this up 2 weeks ago. What the heck is this thing called? The map sensor or something like that. This is brand new. You can see it down there. Yeah, Amazon has a lot of these. I didn't get this from Amazon. I bought this from Cummins. See? Cummins. This costs $99 with some taxes, $109 or something like that. $99. It costs $100 for that. And this Delta sensor, I was gonna replace it, but I said nah, I'm kind of broke, so let's wait till I get some money. Now, since I just went over to the office and returned the keys for the loaner that I recovered, they said I'm gonna get a couple of $100 on my paycheck. It's not really much, but at least it's something. So I can go back on Amazon and get some reliable sensors and minor stuff for this truck, and I'll be back running. This truck gonna be running normal again. So it is running normal now, but I want to make it better. I want to secure it. So the next thing I'm fixing to do after this, I'll wait till I get my paycheck. I'll put maybe a quarter tank of fuel or whatever. Might add the rest of that stuff just to, clear out all the contaminants that's been in it, you know, up front of the engine, like what do you call it, the EGR valve and the map sensors and all that stuff, all of those things. This way I can clear it out. Then after that, when the weather looks right outside, like the temperature or the rain or whatever is not falling, the weather feels okay, I'll go ahead and take a chance and drop the DPF right here in this drop spot. Something like right next to this trailer where I'm parked right now. I'm going to take it out and put it somewhere on the side. Then I'm going to pull the straps and take the top off, and then look at the top surface and take the bottom off as well, and turn it upside down and look at the filter and see if it's alright. It's more than likely, I'm guessing it's going to look real ugly. I don't even know what a DPF looks like on the inside. I mean, this will be my first truck and my first time taking apart one. But I'm going to do it anyways. Hold up. Maybe I can move this right now. Let me take that thing off. I don't mind shooting this video. I'm glad I came back, man. I got a little impatient and disgusted being out there. I just went to Maryland in one of them trucks again. I actually went in a rental car this time. And then came back up in a tractor trailer. Oh, by the way, this right here, Love's got some bad manners. They gave me the wrong oil filter a couple of months ago. I think it was 2 months ago or 3 months ago. I tried to get my refund and I couldn't get it. That's not the right one. I had to throw the same old oil filter back on this truck when I was changing the oil. Gotta get that crap fixed. Alright, let me push this door open somewhere. You can see nothing ain't too organized up in here. I gotta go close this. Yeah, this right here, I'm fixing it. I ain't gonna do it now. I'm too tired, man. And not only that, I'm waiting for the weather to get right. I'm gonna pull those clamps and this and that and back there, whatever is holding this thing up. Oh, I forgot. We gotta remove the cage as well. I don't know. We're gonna have to take the cage out. I don't feel like doing all the hard work. I'm probably just gonna drop it on the floor and turn it sideways. The thing is, it can't come out because it's barricaded by this cage, this reinforcement. So I'm thinking, if I let it down on the hydraulic jack, I probably could leave it inside the truck and take it apart if it's possible. That's not too good of an idea. They usually pull this cage apart, but I don't feel like going through that. One way or the other, I'm gonna go ahead and fight my way right through this and get it done. I'm gonna have to do it in one day and nice and fast too. Yeah, it is kind of tall, man. It's not so easy. If there's a way I could leave this thing inside of this cage right here, because this cage looks kind of hard to take off. I don't feel like going through all of that. But if it is possible, what I'll probably do is I'll probably leave it underneath the truck and take it apart. I'm not going to take the whole thing apart. I'm just going to take it piece by piece by piece until reach the bottom surface of it. You know, like, hold on for a second. Like, I'm gonna take it apart from up here to there and then down to right here. Maybe it's better off I do it piece by piece, because you leave it in there, you take the top off, you're leveling it down the sides instead of taking it out in one piece because it can't fit through here. So I'll take one piece off and slide it out, take the other piece off and slide it out, and then take the other piece off and slide it somewhere, and then I'll see what it looks like. I probably might have to leave it in here. I'm gonna leave it sitting on the floor but disconnected from the truck, because this cage right here, I don't feel like going through all that. But the truck's not acting clogged up anymore. Yeah, they say that you don't have to take it out, but I have to take it out. I need to dump what's in it, and I need to make sure everything looks satisfactory, because I want this thing to work real good. Plus, what was I gonna say? I just want to organize it, and I also want to put them 2 gaskets, like probably, I'm guessing it's right here and right here. I don't know about down there, but you see one of these clamps are loose though. Let me show you. You hear that shake? One of these clamps are loose, the rest are tight and secured. This is tight and secured, this is loose. And you can see some burn spots on the side. I remember when the engine is running, when I put my hand over there, you could feel air coming out, and you could hear it too. You won't hear it coming out because that DPF treatment must have chopped it down to size and released some of the stuffiness inside it. So they say you don't have to take it apart, that's fine. And that can right there, it only costs something like $29 from Amazon. If you buy it from Amazon, it's $29 plus tax, like shipping and handling and tax. It comes up to $34. It comes up to $34. There. I'm gonna organize this truck, man. This is dangerous. I guess that's it. Oh man, yeah. That fuel filter could do better, but it's not so bad. When I organize this thing pretty good, that fuel filter should work 100%. And they say this stuff is very sensitive. I try not to let it, not even one drop or smell get in my thumb or any part of me. Because one little tiny speck can touch a membrane on your tongue, your lip, or your eyes. Well, more likely your eyeballs or your tongue. If it touches any one of those, even if it's a light little tick or a little speck, that can, any membrane that's exposed to it, like the walls of your intestines or something, it can poison you so good. It'll make you probably throw up. It would block your digestive system from working. The best thing to do is to drink milk. Drink a lot of milk if you're not feeling so well. As soon as you notice a symptom, hurry up and pour milk down your throat. Or if it gets on your eyes, get milk for your eyes too. I guess that's the best, according to what most poisons will do. I bought this brand new jack. I haven't used it yet. I only tested it out underneath the DPF. It even brought the truck up like a notch. But I'm just testing it out I tested out just to see if it works. So this jack right here is for the DPF. Other than that, after I get done cutting this phone off, I'm gonna clear all that stuff and organize it, and it will look normal again. It's just that I was busy, hectic. I had to unload stuff from that truck and put it in here, so that's why it looks so nasty and kind of disorganized. Anyway, so much for that. After a hard day's journey from all this brutality, I'm glad I'm back in this truck, big time. I'm tired of touching other people's stuff, man. I like being on my own property. I just don't. I mean, I felt good about going out there, yes, especially the rental car. But I guess driving the truck back, picking up a load, I was kind of nervous about that. But it wasn't so bad, man. It's like I went over there and came back, and that's it. Oh, well, let me add one more thing. This thought had crossed my mind when I was over there and I went inside the stores and shopping. I noticed people's neighborly manners over there, both black and white, especially black, but white once in a while. I noticed they got that old-fashioned hospitality over there in Maryland, most of the way. I'm not saying all of Maryland is okay. So I was thinking I might want to move over there, now since I know something about it. Because I tried, when I first left Florida, my first spot was Rockford, Illinois. And then my second option was Houston, Texas, or my second choice. And that's when I tried Houston, Texas. And if you don't believe me, I got evidence to prove that I've been in Texas. I know I showed you before. I don't know if I could find it. Alright, never mind. Maybe sometime later. I ain't got time for all that. I still have my Texas driver license from 2009. I actually moved to Texas in 2005. Actually, Rockford, Illinois first in 2005, and then Houston, Texas in 2005. And I left and went to Florida 2 years later or something like that, and then came back to Texas in 2007, I think. Hold on. Yeah, came back in 7, I guess. Yeah, came back in 7, and then stayed in Houston, Texas through 2008, and then left January of 2009. I left Houston, Texas. I actually got a driver's license up there, but I left anyways. I left and came back to Florida. That's why I'm stuck. I used to be stuck with 2 different licenses, Florida and Texas. Now I still got Texas license. Anyways, what was I gonna do? I guess that's it. That's what I had to say. Alright, I don't know if anything else important is gonna happen, but it might take a while for me to get to that DPF. It ain't gonna take long. I might get it done tomorrow, the next day after that, or maybe Saturday. I was hoping to try it on the weekends, but anyway. Alright. I'm all beat up, man. I need my time to myself. I'll check y'all later.